Hey everybody, my name is MrSelyp, and today we're going to be taking a look at the incredible adventures of Van Helsing. As you might expect, this is a game where we play as Van Helsing, and we aren't actually the infamous Van Helsing. We are, in fact, his son, who has now taken up monster hunting because he had to retire, and along with our companion Katarina here, we are going to be traversing the world and killing all sorts of mythological beings and stuff like that. Werewolves, vampires, all that good stuff. Now, the gameplay of this game is action RPG, similar to something like Diablo or Torchlight. So let's just hop right in there and take a look and see what this game has to offer that's different than those games that are currently out. Before we get into it, I am going to play the intro cutscene because I thought it was actually very well done, and it caught my attention right away. So we're going to watch that, and then we'll hop right in it.
It all began with a call for help. A letter from Borgovia addressed to Van Helsing, the great monster slayer, my father. He doesn't take cases anymore, but I am a hunter too. So I set off on a journey with Lady Katarina, my remarkable companion. I'm an expert on the supernatural, and I seem to be drawn to it. Occasionally events get out of control, and then we have to leave in quite a hurry. Sometimes it's Katarina's fault. She can be quite reckless at times. Still, she always helps me save the day. And she also happens to be a ghost. My father rescued her from Borgovia, and she has been bound to serve our family ever since. Katarina often complains about it, but I think she really likes the thrill of the adventure. She is a charming soul, but she also has a darker side. Good. It comes in helpful when I'm in danger. Somewhere along the way, we slowly learned to work together. And finally, in the cold rain of Venice, we became a team. The last leg of the journey was by sea. Apart from the Kraken, the pirates, and the storms, it was mostly uneventful. I had time to ponder my mission. Once Borgovia was a dark place where monsters lived. Long ago, my father defeated the immortal kings, created a peace treaty, and entrusted the land to some enlightened individuals. What could have happened there? What could be even more frightening than the reign of monsters? The closer we drew to Borgovia, the more confusing the rumors became. The land behind the Thunderhead Mountains was wrapped in mystery. As our carriage approached the mountain pass, I had a sense of foreboding. It didn't really surprise me when I heard an explosion. The adventure has just begun.
Okay, so we are in game after that awesome intro cutscene, and I'm actually a little ways into the game. I am currently level... Where's my level? I believe I'm level 6. Yep, level 6. I am going for a ranged type build, and if you've played any sort of action RPGs in the past, this is going to look very familiar to you. So we have down here our click attack, and then we have our right click ability, as well as potions and this rage meter, which I'll get to in a second, and some abilities over here. Now we also can switch to a melee or range attack, but since my character is basically set up for range, that's mostly what we're gonna be using. Now we do have our companion here, Lady Katarina, and you can also build her in the way that you would like. So I have her set up kind of as a beefy tank type person because I'm gonna be ranged. So let's just find some monsters and kill some guys. The graphics in this game are actually quite good, and the enemy design is pretty awesome too. So we have some grizzle wolves here that we're going to take out, which shouldn't be a huge issue. I should mention that I am playing on hardcore mode, because I always play on hardcore mode in games like this. Oh, there's a chest up here. That is just, in my opinion, the best way to play an action RPG. Let's see if we can find any loot. Yes, the loot is a major facet of this game, as you would expect. That belt is not very good, because it is an action RPG, and what are action RPGs mainly driven by? Well, loot, pretty much. Loot and killing things and getting stronger. So let's let's take out these guys. They look like old school British soldiers. Okay, cool. So how is this game different from other games that try to do the same thing, such as Diablo and Torchlight, which are going to be the big two that everybody probably has heard of, and maybe Path of Exile?
Oh, a gruesome puzzle. Let me see. The wagon was attacked by the soldiers.
And werewolves.
No, the distribution of the paw prints is all wrong. They just rushed in and out.
Did you just say distribution?
And this track here?
Is deeper. The beast was carrying someone. I'm impressed.
As you should be.
Right. Let's go find us a werewolf lair.
Well, it's not necessarily super unique, it's just that it takes a lot of stuff from those games that makes them good and combines them all. So it's actually pretty well polished. I was very surprised actually after hearing the theme, because I've never been a huge Van Helsing fan. But so let's just take a look at some of this stuff. Obviously we have our character sheet. This is going to have our standard stuff like body, dexterity, willpower, and luck. Usually body is called strength, but it's basically the same thing. We also have all of our stats here, everything we've ever done, detailed info on our stats, so that's very cool for stat junkies like myself. When I'm playing games like these, I really love to get in depth with the stats. But as far as the actual gameplay mechanics, this rage meter here is going to be how we do special abilities. As you might note, we only have 2 ability bars here. That's because up here we have our explosive round, our tar shot, and our dum-dum round. So based on our rage, we can charge up our weapon. So let's just go ahead and do dum-dum round. We can charge it up to 3 times based on how much rage we have. And then our next shot is going to do a bunch of damage. You can also do that with the explosive shot, make it do some area effect damage. And that's basically how skills on weapons are going to work. So you do have this skill sheet here, which has a ton of skills. So this is the path that I'm going down. So shoot, that's our basic ability. But off of that, there's going to be variations like the explosive round, tar shot, and dum-dum round that I just showed you. Our next ability, explosive shot, which is down here as my right-click ability, can then go even further to shrapnel, high explosive, and hex round. So all of the abilities work in that way, which is pretty cool. And then you have these tricks and auras, which are like passive things, and a healing trick. So that's pretty neat. The other thing that it does that I like a lot actually is the companion Katarina is actually useful. Usually I'm not a fan of companions in this type of game, but she's actually quite good. Oh, let's just spend these. We can level her up how we want to, which is nice. We can equip her with stuff. We can pick all of her skills, and we can even select in detail her behavior. So we can make her melee, ranged, or ghost, defend, assist, weakest, vulnerable. We can basically tell her when to drink an HP potion. We can tell her to pick up items for us. Like if we want to only pick up epic items, she'll pick up everything else. We can do that. We can set a value limit so that she picks up all the junk. We can also send her back to shop for us and tell her how many potions to buy. So you can go here and tell her to go shopping. It's kind of similar to the pet in Torchlight. So that's what I mean when I say it brings a lot of elements of other action RPG games into this one actually really cool world that I've never really been into Van Helsing, like I said, but the world here that's presented is actually really cool. There's all kinds of weird-looking creatures and mythological creatures. In a minute, we'll go back to the town, and I'll show you how actually immersive the town is, which is awesome. There's all kinds of stuff going on there. It's just a really detailed world, is what I've been noticing so far. I mean, there's only so many things you can do with the type of action RPG genre. Really, all you have to do is just polish the heck out of it. So, to be honest, so far I have found the storyline to be more interesting and more engaging than Diablo 3, which I wasn't a big fan of the story in Diablo 3. What am I doing? She can go sell these. Maybe because I was expecting something totally different, but this is, what I mean by that is this is really well presented. So the soundtrack also is really good, as you can hear right now. Let's tell her to go shopping.
I won't go. Only joking. I'll do it.
Oh, Katarina, she thinks she's so clever and funny. So let's go ahead, and I think right now we are searching for the mayor of the village. We also got that other quest to find the werewolf den. Of course, there are shrines scattered throughout the world. I can't quite get up there from this angle, at least. Just like in other action RPGs, we have the shrines that'll give us like bonus XP, bonus gold, stuff like that. One thing I will note that I did in fact test and was a little bit sad to see was that the level does not seem to be randomly generated. I don't know if that's only because I'm playing the preview build. I don't know if in the real game it will be. Oh man, we probably should have waited for Katarina here. So that is the one thing that I've noticed that I would wish that this game would have had. But like I said, so far, granted I am only level 6, I'm not like super far into the game, but I am having quite a bit of fun actually. Let's take this thing out. There we go.
That doesn't look like an ordinary gold coin.
Keep that in mind when you need something extraordinary.
Okay, there's all kinds of quests getting started up. That didn't seem to start an actual quest. That seems more like an Easter egg type of thing. I bet you, though, that I need to put that somewhere. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try and not get killed right here. That's the best part about being ranged, is you can just totally kite everything. That's kind of usually what I do in games like this, especially when I'm on hardcore. Oh man. Let's go ahead and use our healing ability. The effects and graphics are very nice. I'm having no issues with that. Let's take him out. Come on, Katarina, we can do this. Although I do confuse Katarina a lot for an enemy because of the way that she looks all crazy when she morphs. Okay. Cool. We did manage to get some cool stuff. Awesome. We actually found a trophy, which doesn't have any visual effect on us, but it gives us this awesome stat upgrade. We also found a pretty good pistol, so let's go ahead and equip that. Finding all kinds of good stuff. Now, I may need to retrieve a bag. Okay, that's a different quest that's in the town. Let's see if we can't find the mayor. And then we will go ahead and head back to the town. One thing that's cool is the enemies will actually ambush you. I'm sure it's scripted, but I've had just instances where I'm just wandering right here, and then a pack of werewolves will just shoot out of the forest. So I think that is pretty cool. I've already been up this way. I think I already mentioned it, that the soundtrack is awesome. Okay, so let's just have a look around. Oh man, I think they just ran out of the thing, like I said.
I wish I could make a joke about your childish worries, but the werewolves seem to agree with you. See how they avoid the scarecrow.
Huh. Okay, we'll have to go check that scarecrow out. One thing I should note is that the final release of this game will indeed have co-op. I don't know if that's going to be 2-player or 4-player. After playing, I assume that it's 2-player, whereas one of you gets to control Katarina, but I am not positive. But other than that, I don't really know how it would work, because everybody would be playing as Van Helsing. So that would be my assumption. Oh man, what is this thing? Okay. I just saw a red dot on my mini-map and didn't know what it was. I can try to do some melee. My melee weapon is not as good. Oh, and we also gained some reputation, similar to Torchlight, and we can now pick a perk. So I already have Precise, which is going to give us critical hit chance. Let's go with Berserker. Cool. Oh, okay, this scarecrow is going to take us to another zone. Or a boss battle. Oh my god. Okay, let's run away from this, the wingless messiah. That is creepy. Okay, now I know why he doesn't like werewolves. I mean, scarecrows. Okay. We can do this, though. Luckily, his little crow buddies don't seem to do much damage. Let's get out of here. Back off for a sec. Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna be good here. I would hate to die on hardcore mode in the middle of giving my impression of this game. That would be kind of embarrassing. But hey, hardcore is the only way to play for me on these type of games. There we go.
One less childhood trauma to cope with, right?
The best way to fight your demons is to beat them senseless.
That actually is a true fact.
Backpack is full.
Okay, so let's go ahead and equip those rare boots that we got, and let's just town portal. I think that suffices as completing a quest. I would like to show off the town a little bit, because so far the environments have had a lot of detail. Okay, so we have our storage here, as you would expect. There we have a two-headed cow here. He's gonna moo, and he kind of sounds like a man mooing. It's a little awkward. We have this store, so let's just sell everything. Sell everything. Does he have anything good? Kind of. He has some okay stuff. Go ahead and buy some potions, I guess. Now, the other thing I did notice that I haven't tried yet is this artifact forge. So, I guess we should have kept some stuff and tried to forge it. So I'm not really sure how that works. Maybe we can do a buyback. So let's try amulets because they're all the same item. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Okay, forge. Okay, so that's kind of an interesting way to get rid of junk items. We'll give that to Katarina. Have the chance of getting something good. I already checked out the cow. We have our message board here.
Stolen magic ring. Coming from a set of 20, this one is the most powerful.
Leave it. I don't care about lost trinkets.
Yeah, we don't care about fetch quests here. We're only gonna kill stuff.
Ach, my friend, do you have my bag?
Not
Okay,
yet.
so we can learn different auras here. I didn't actually realize that. That's kind of cool. So that's something to spend our money on. So let's see. +3 range damage if no enemies are within 10 meters. We should definitely get that if we're going for a ranged character. Okay, cool. So those are our 2 active auras. And it looks like
Ach, my friend,
we can also learn tricks.
Not yet. Please
Very
be
cool.
patient.
You and all allies within 10 meter. So tricks seem to be just like buffs. Let's go ahead and buy that. Sure.
Ach, my
So what is the
friend, do you
laboratory? I
have my
probably should have
bag?
checked
Not
that
yet.
out. So this is going to
Please
enchant
be
an item.
patient.
So we need an essence. I did at one point pick up a primordial essence. Don't know what happened to it though. But basically I'm guessing this is going to be like gems from Diablo. And we also have in here the Elder. We can learn some more auras and some more tricks. But what I meant when I said the town is pretty cool is when I was walking around here, there was just all kinds of stuff going on. We'll see if it still is. Like we got this dog barking. There were some people talking up here before. I guess maybe it was only the first time we come in. Oh, there was this thing though. I wonder if this
I
is where
think we need all 3. Whatever that's missing from here.
I was wondering if that ancient coin thing... Oh, we do have a primordial essence here. That ancient coin, does that go in there?
I think we need all 3.
No.
Whatever that's missing from
Okay.
They just don't have kings like him anymore. No, sir.
But everything is voice acted, and the voice acting is pretty good. I guess it was just because it was the first time I was in the town. There was all kinds of stuff going on. See, there's still stuff going on. There's also some barrels that you can find. I found a rare pistol actually in one of them. So you've got your normal merchants. We have a capacitive essence plus 8 essence capacity, so that's going to increase our capacity to be able to put essences in. Interesting. So it still seems like there's a little more for me to explore with regards to that. Let's go ahead and head into this ink rift, which is basically another dimension when they explain it. I just want to see what kind of cool stuff is in here, and then we will go ahead and call it a night. That hat looked... Oh, did it... Oh, I thought it was like purple and green. I was like, that looks awesome. Okay, so this is actually a really cool looking environment here, with some crazy looking enemies. Okay. Don't want to die though. There is a champion right there. Where'd Katarina go? Oh, there she is. Cool. We should be okay. Oh, everything looks like that. That's why I thought it looked funny. Okay, there seems to be, unfortunately, no music here, but the area looks very cool. There we go. Take them out. The rare drops do seem to happen quite often, which is nice. Oh, let's give this to Katarina. There we go. And let's see if we can make it to the end of this without dying. Hopefully. From what I understand, the story is fairly lengthy. I have just been given the preview build that has the first chapter. All of the levels so far, the environments have been pretty lengthy. So I don't know how many chapters there are total. I would guess 3 maybe. But there could possibly be more. I have really no idea. There we go. And this leader. Let's use that and heal on up. Might as well use this too. Okay, cool. Like I said, all kinds of rare item drops. Alright, well, don't know what's going to be at the end of here. Hopefully some kind of giant, insane boss. Although this is one of my quests, which is retrieve a bag from the ink, which is probably what that alchemist was talking about when he asked me if I had his bag yet. Oh, wow. Okay, he had some sort of ability that pulled me in there. That is kind of dangerous. Almost taking them all out. Now the health bars up here, that's actually an option that I have turned on. So if you're not a fan of that, it doesn't come like that. I just like to do that so I know how close to death enemies are. Helps out when you're playing on hardcore mode, at least for me. So 25 bonus to damage, that will definitely be nice. Let's go click on that. Okay, sweet. Now we're just gonna rip through them. Okay, there is a chest over here. Let's go grab that. Mysterious gemstone. That's also a quest item. So I wonder if once I get 3 weird shaped things, if they will fit into that statue. I'm guessing that's what it would be, because I have no idea where else it would go. Oh man, these things hurt a lot. Come on. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, we're almost dead. There, we are good. Okay, it's ominously quiet. Okay, I think we can survive though. lot of guys. I think that's the bag over there. Oh, it grappled me. Get away from me, you jerks. What are those things? Soldier's Brain, name champion. Uh-oh. I don't know if the actual name of those was put in the game yet. Like I said, this is an alpha preview build, so things like that I can assume will be fixed in the full release. Alright, we did it. Let's go turn in our quest. There you go, sir.
Thank you. I can do science again.
My pleasure.
Alright, awesome. The well is a gap in reality, leading to the ink that swirls beyond our world. An ink tide snatched away the alchemist's bag, and he needs it back. And that is what we did for him. We got a cool cloak. Alright, well, that was The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. If you enjoy, this will be released on Steam on May 21st. I will include a link in the description. My name is MrSelyp, and I hope to see you guys again soon.